Hello, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday and a welcome back to our Q&A Wednesday where we pose a question of the month so that we can gauge you, get to know you a little bit better because we are more than what we do, right? And so just a couple of announcements. Showcase Your Talent show is a 2-for-1 this month, so you're getting last month and this month's showcase. Did y'all tune into that? Because it was just this past Sunday. All right. I hope you all enjoyed it. Congrats to the winners. And if you want to tune in to next month's showcase, if you want to sign up, there is time to register. You can go to the link in our bio, go to Intelexx.com, go to our link tree, or you could DM or email us. We have so much in store for you this year. All right. So we're going to get right into it. We have so much to offer you. We have books, we have merch, we have so many different events. Our Meeting of the Minds Mondays, I hope you caught that. Of course, our Q&A Wednesdays, our Freestyle Fridays, and so much more. But if you want to stay in the know, on the know, make sure to subscribe to our email list and our YouTube channel. All right, so we're going to get right into this. Last month, we went over the topic. Let me bring that topic up. What is your why? So we are doing a part 2, y'all. Okay. So if you did not catch last month's episode, make sure to check that out because it was a great episode and it talked about a lot of things. Like if you don't know your why, then it prevents you from moving forward and doing what you have to do, right? So make sure that you figure out what your why is so that you can move with intention and purpose and execute the way that you need to. All right. So make sure to check out our previous episode on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, on YouTube, on our app, and so much more. All right. So we are on all streaming platforms. Shout out to the intellectuals for holding it down and supporting us the way we need to be supported. All right. And so we're going to jump into this. What is your why? I want to see some comments. I want you all to create maybe some reels, some posts about what your why is. What do you do? Why do you do what you do? All right. And we're going to jump into this. All right. So we're going to get into this first video and then we're going to talk about it. All right. So check this out.
How do I know? A lot of people, when they think of the phrase, how do I know, they always want to put the what behind it. How do I know what I'm supposed to do? The question that you really should ask is, how do I know why I'm here? Because when you know your why, your what becomes more clear and more impactful. If you know, like for instance, people know that I do comedy, but that's what I do. My why is to inspire people to walk in purpose. So I can do comedy, I can write books, I can be in a movie because all of it is motivated by my why. In fact, I have a new web series out called Michael Jr. Break Time. We probably just did the 6th episode. It's on YouTube. So every single Wednesday at 3 o'clock, we drop a new episode on YouTube of Michael Jr. Break Time. What it is it's me. I travel around the country and I do stand-up comedy, in case you didn't know. And in the middle of my comedy set sometime, I'll stop and just talk to my audience. And we've been filming this, and it's pretty cool. So we're in Winston-Salem. I'm going to show you a clip from Winston-Salem. And I'm just talking to this guy in the audience, and he tells me that he's a musical instructor at a school. So I was like, all right, you're a musical instructor. Can you sing? Let me hear you sing a song. So this is what happened at the last episode of Michael Jr.'s Break Time. Check it. So you're a musical director. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of like Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that? Go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow. That bro could sing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, what you give me the version is if Your uncle just got out of jail. You got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the hood version real quick. If you know which version I'm talking about, just see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I see.
Okay. Here's what I want you to catch. The first time I asked him to sing, he knew what he was doing. The second time, he knew why he was doing it. When you know your why, your what becomes more impactful because you're walking towards or in your purpose.
All right. What did y'all think about that? What did y'all think? Because listen, okay, as you heard, it was a completely different tone. The song sounded different based on the why, right? When someone can do something, they might be able to do it very well naturally. But if there's no why behind it, the impact might not be there, right? And so you just heard this man sing. He had a good voice in the beginning, but when he knew why he was singing, that voice went up some levels, okay? So when you are thinking about what your why is, whatever you do very well naturally without any difficulty, where it just someone can ask, what is this person known for? What are you known for? Whatever they might say is more than likely what you are purposed here to do. And if you are able to do that with ease, naturally, without knowing your why, add your why to it and watch how much transformation and change and impact you make just by knowing your why. So what he said was, when you know your why, your what becomes impactful. So for me, let's say I write really well, it's natural. I can just go off the top, write stories, write books, and things of that nature. I create really well. It's something I do naturally. It's something that I do faster than some people, to where they ask me like, how did you do it that fast? Like for me, it's like, oh, I just did it, but when I have that why, so that's my what, creating, writing, right? My why is to help others, to make it look better than what it did. If someone is asking for something specific, here, this is what I want to do for you. All right. The creation behind that is going to look so much better because I'm focused on what it is I'm doing. I'm focused on helping someone else. I'm focused on putting it out there, to sharing my voice with others so that people can know my story and not just me know theirs, right? So when I put certain things out, it's not for me, it's for you all. And so if you connect to it, that's amazing because that's the purpose of it. It's not for me to just put out things just to put it out. I don't care about that, right? If it was up to me, I would be behind the scenes for everything. But I know I am meant to stand out in the forefront to an extent, right? I don't want the spotlight on me, but to an extent, it has to be on me for my message and my purpose to be put out there. And so, whatever I'm meant to do, I'm just going to bow humbly and do that. And so, knowing your why makes your what more impactful. All right. So let me know what y'all thought about that. And while you're thinking on that, let's check this out.
There is a light inside of every one of us, an ember that burns and begs us to become more than what we have ever been. It's our aspirations that must become our allies. I noticed that everything that I've accomplished over the course of my life, I accomplished with a new set of beliefs and a new set of habits. I noticed I was able to make things happen when I destroyed the door in the room. See, I don't care what your goal is. It could be relationships. It could be to lose weight. It could be to make more money. It could be to become something nobody in your family has ever been. The moment that you destroy the door, the way out, in the room of your dream, that's when you'll make it happen. What you do while you are in pain will echo through the ages.
Scrape the grill of your past and get all that junk out of there, of every memory, of every failure. You need to unplug from everybody and everything that is telling you that you cannot have your future, that you cannot have this goal, that you can't do what's on your heart to do. You got to unplug. There are too many people in your life that keep telling you that you are not qualified, that you don't have what it takes, that you will never be able to accomplish because your resume ain't long enough, because you don't have the experience, because you are unfit. And so you got to unplug from all the negative voices. You got to unplug from everything and everybody that's telling you you cannot have that dream, that you are not qualified to have that dream. You got to unplug. You got to unplug. It may hurt because there are some people that you're going to have to let go of. There's some people that can't come with you to the next level. They're not qualified to fly at the frequency that you're flying at. They cannot come. And you got to get in touch with you. So you can't have the dream unless you know you. Everybody wants this dream. Everybody wants this lifestyle, but they don't know themselves. And so you need to take some physical evaluation, some emotional and psychological evaluation, spiritual evaluation. And you got to figure out, okay, what works and what doesn't? And what are my boundaries and what are my limitations and what am I capable of and what do I need to work on? And then you need to connect with the people that believe in your dream. Life moves at the speed of your relationships, connections, and circles. You need to ask for forgiveness. You need to forgive yourself. You need to reprioritize your activities. Everybody wants the dream to come true, but nobody wants to reprioritize their activities. Nobody wants to hack into their habitual nature and build new habits that are going to give you the future that you seek after. If not now, then when? Dream big, start small. You got to dream big, start small, act now. Dream big, start small, act now. Stop waiting for the temperature to change. Stop waiting for your feelings to be in check. Stop waiting for everything to line up. It's never going to line up. It's never going to be perfect. You just got to jump. You just have to jump.
There are no roses without rain. If you can remember that, then you will always see adversity as advantage and obstacle as opportunity. Know this, that your process may be messy, but your mess will become your message. So what is your why? Because if your why is powerful enough, then you can persevere through the process. What is it? Find it, define it, be reminded that you can, you will, you must never give up. The actions that you take, the moves that you make will echo throughout the ages, as there is a generation of people who are attached to your why. And if you don't succeed, they'll never believe. So make it happen.
Persistence, consistency, resilience, courage, establishing your priorities, mastering self-awareness, maintaining focus, believing,
that your help is coming, because if your dream only requires you, it's not big enough. And I know it's hard right now, and I know you feel like quitting, but you gotta understand there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Stop lying to yourself and telling yourself that you have time. See, the greatest lie that you have believed far too long is that you have time. You have time. That there is a tomorrow, that you can drag your feet and you can crawl. Sometimes you gotta run. You can't crawl towards some dreams. You can't walk towards some dreams. Some dreams you gotta run toward. You gotta run, baby. Run, run, run. Run after it. Run like there's no tomorrow. Run like you know you deserve it. Run like you know that there is nobody else that can attain it. Run after it. For many of you, defeat has traumatized you, and it has left an image in your head, and this is why you won't go after it. I want you to erase the face of defeat and embrace the process. Now, I know for many of you, that's like a bad word. You hate process, but see, the process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. And in order for you to reach your end, that end is going to have to be extremely valuable in your eyes. The process is muddy. The process is murky. The process is dark. The process is cold. The process is going to leave you in places where you're going to feel like you have been abandoned, like nobody believes in you, nobody supports you. When you don't see a light at the end of your tunnel, you got to remember the light that is burning inside of you that nobody is able to put out. There is not a person on this planet that can stop you. There is not a person on this planet that can puncture your potential if you could just get through the process. Just get through the process. It's muddy, it's bloody, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, it's worth it. No sunrise without a sunset. There is no one like you in all of the earth. There is no one that can do what you can do. You are the only option. You are the only play. Nobody else is going to be able to do this. Know this, that your process may be messy, but your mess will become your message. So what is your why? Because if your why is powerful enough, then you can persevere through the process. What is it? Find it. Define it. Be reminded that you can, you will, you must never give up.
All right, what do y'all think about that? If y'all didn't know who that was, no, it was not E.T., although he sounds a little bit like him, am I right? That was Marcus Taylor. All right, and we heard from him last time too. He dropped some more gems this time. All right, so he talked about how there's a light inside of all of us. Now, do you believe that? Because we say a lot of things and we proclaim a lot of things, but is it something that we actually believe deep down to be the truth? Okay, think about that. Destiny is within your reach, okay? And in order for you to get to where you want to be and to make things happen, you have to destroy the door in the room of your dreams. Because if you don't, you're always going to limit yourself to where it is that you are in that moment. And what you do in pain will echo through the ages, is what he said. So you have to unplug, reprioritize your activities, and hack into your habitual nature to rebuild those habits. Because what you're doing right now is obviously not working, right? you really have to take a look at that and figure out what it is that you are doing so that you can change it up and do things a little bit differently. Because at the end of the day, y'all, it's not just about us, okay? Our why has to be bigger than us. Our why and our dream and our vision should not just leave or end with us, because if it only involves you, you are not dreaming big enough. All right. He said, dream big, start small, and act now. All right. So adversity should be looked at as an advantage, and opposition or obstacles should be looked at as opportunity. All right. So if your why is powerful enough, you'll be able to persevere whatever might come your way. And if it's something that you love, you're not going to be willing to give it up that easy. So think about that. If you are in business, if you have a product, if you have a service, if you have a brand, if you have a dream that you started working on, and things are not lining up the way that you want them to, and the timeline that you want them to line up, and you're willing to just throw it all away and give up and not do it anymore, then you might want to reevaluate your why. You might want to reevaluate if this is something that you are supposed to do, because I believe that all of us have a specific purpose and a plan for our lives. And although the journey is hard, it's worth it. And he talks about it's worth it. Okay. He talked about how the greatest lie that we tell ourselves is that we have time. It's not true. Some of our dreams are not just crawling there, walking there. Some of us have to run to get there. Some of us have to work really, really hard. And the greater your purpose, the greater the test, the greater the obstacles, the greater the adversity. And so when you are going through some hell, we've all gone through some hell. So if you are really going through some hell, that means your purpose is great. It's not meant to destroy you. It's not meant to traumatize you, although some of us might end up traumatized or feel defeated because of the defeat that we have experienced. But face that defeat and embrace the process and get through the process, because it's worth it. All right. There are people attached to your why. So if you are only focused on yourself, you're going to miss so many people along the way, right? The gifts that we are given is meant to be given to others. It's not a gift until it's given. So if your why is in this box and it's filled with so many different things, it's not meant for you to keep to yourself. It's meant for you to give to other people. And so I want you all to remember that despite what might come your way, don't give up. Never give up, because on that other side of those obstacles, of that adversity, of that test, of that loss, of whatever it is, on that other side is what you've been waiting to see your whole life. So don't give up. All right, that's my message for you. That's my little 2 minutes. Okay. But seriously, don't give up, because people are waiting for you to excel. There's some people waiting for you to fall too, but we ain't worried about them, right? Do what you have to do to be the best that you can be. And whatever it is that you're not doing now, start doing it, right? Change those habits up. If you need to get up a little bit earlier, if you're trying to look a certain way, go work out. If you are trying to live a better lifestyle, change what is unhealthy in your life. But nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you're not willing to change anything, don't expect anything different, because insanity is expecting something different, doing the same exact thing. All right, we're not going to do that this year, right? All right, so we're going to get into our last video, talk about it, wrap it up, and see what you all have to say about this.
When you wake up every morning, what drives you? If you want to live a life of success, a life of complete success, happiness and fulfillment, you must find your purpose. You see, if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what drives you, what inspires you, then you have no reason to improve your life. How can you improve your life if you have no reason to improve it? Why do you do what you do? Why do you do what you do? What's the reason? Why do you exist? Do you know what it takes to be great? Are you willing to go that extra mile? I tell you time and time again, you will get tired. But if you have a why, we'll give you that extra strength, that extra foot you need, that extra hour you need, the courage. Why are you different from everyone else who's trying to do the same thing you're doing? What makes you stand out? Why are you so important?
Find your why. Your why will pull you up when you feel like you don't have the strength to get up anymore. Your why will keep you fighting when everyone else thinks you are out for the count. Why? Who are you fighting for? What drives you?
Is your purpose your family? Is it to prove the doubters wrong? Is it to prove yourself right? What is your purpose? Write down your purpose. Carry it with you everywhere. Feel it deep and promise yourself every day you will live your purpose with zero excuses.
Somebody's waiting for you to mess up. Somebody's waiting for you to give up. Someone is waiting for you to fall. So when you're challenged by life, what are you going to do? When you feel like you're at your lowest point in life, will you throw in the towel? Or will you make the moves to be successful? Don't look back. Just remember where you came from and let that drive push you to go forward. It's not always going to be an easy road. And when you reach success, you won't take it for granted. You'll cherish those moments you had to go through, those moments you were without. And when you fall down, get back up. Dust yourself off. You need to find something that drives you, something that no matter what happens, this part of you does not change. This drive in you does not change. This purpose never dies. No matter how many times life knocks you down, your purpose pulls you up every time. This is the reason I will fight for my dreams. This is the reason I will not take no for an answer. When it hurts, keep going. Those cloudy days, those storms, telling you to keep going. Those times in your life when you can't see how you're gonna make it. Some things you can't change. You just have to live with. But if you do have a choice, make the right choice. Your purpose is that one thing that lights you up. It's the one thing that will get you up early. That one thing. When you're doing it, time stops. Your purpose may be something you don't want. It may be seeing someone in your past and thinking, no matter what, I will ensure I never end up like that. Your purpose is always something that lights a fire in you. I will do this no matter what. My family is counting on me. My friends are counting on me. I am counting on me.
All right. What did y'all think about that? Listen, we are getting into the right mindset this year, okay? And I did not want to start this year without talking about what we are doing and the why behind it. All right. So the questions, it was a couple questions that was asked within those short few minutes. What drives you, right? If you want to be fulfilled, find your purpose. Point blank period. If you want to be fulfilled in life, if you want to find that peace, if you want to find that contentment, find your purpose and walk in that. And that's where you will find your peace and fulfillment and contentment, okay? Are you willing to go the extra mile? That's a great question. If you're not willing to go the extra mile, then, like I said earlier, nothing changes if nothing changes. What makes you stand out? There's plenty of people who are in your field that do the same thing, but yours looks different. Why? What is it about you that makes you stand out? And your why will pull you up when you feel down. They also talked about writing down your purpose and taking it everywhere you go so you can remind yourself of what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it. Go over it at night. Think about it in the morning when you wake up and go after it. Okay? The one lie that we tell ourselves that we have time. No, the time is now. Okay? They also talked about what will you do at your lowest point? And it's not going to be an easy road. It never is, all right? And when you fall down, make sure to get back up. Your purpose should pull you up every time. So keep going no matter what, no matter how it feels. Feelings change. No matter whether you lost something, whether you are struggling, no matter what. Like, it is very difficult to hear these words when you are in the midst of something. Trust me, I know. I don't want to hear it, okay? But at the end of the day, don't sell yourself short. Do what you have to do to be the best that you can be. All right? And you're not going to live with yourself comfortably in mediocrity when you are meant to excel and be great at whatever it is you do. So don't settle because it got hard. Everything is hard. Choose your hard. Okay? Your purpose lights you up. Time stops. And there are some times where your purpose might be something that you really don't want to do, but there's going to be that fire inside of you that's going to make it hard for you not to do anything else. Okay? So just be mindful of that, all right? And I want to hear from you all. What is your why? And what happens when you're at your low? What happens when you are at your high? What do you do? Don't lose the core of you despite whatever you might go through. All right, because it's easy to be like, you know what, screw everything, I'm done. But we're not gonna do that this year, right? Right? All right, so that is our Q&A Wednesday for this month. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any topics that you would like us to talk about here, or if you want to host the Q&A Wednesday of the month, connect with us, DM us, email us, so that we can connect with you. We have so much going on. Meeting of the Minds Mondays, our showcase every month. Make sure to sign up for next month. Our podcast, Intelexx, a place for entrepreneurs. Books, merch, promo options. We have so much in store, all right? So if you want us to help you out with whatever it is you have going on, make sure to go to Intelexx.com so that you can be helped the way that you need to be helped. You have a seed, so let us water that. All right. Here at Intelexx, Artrepreneur Agency, D&D for Artists, we connect you with so many different things, from resources to experts to networks to platforms, to promote you so that you can be the best you that you could be in your unique artistry. And we do that to the best of our ability. So let us do that. So make sure to book a consultation with us. It is free $99. And go to the inquiry form on our page, fill that out so that we can customize your specific needs and help you in a way that you need help. All right. And we have so much going on here, and we want to serve you as best as possible. So we do our best. So make sure to not only subscribe to our email list, free $99, our YouTube channel, but join our app, the Artrepreneurs Hub. All right. If you go to the Mighty Networks app in your Play Store, download that app, search for the Artrepreneurs Hub, you will find us there. All right. There's also a link you can click right at Intelexx.com and it'll take you straight there. All right. Well, that is all the announcements that I have for you today. I want you to remember your why. Walk in your why, your purpose, because people are waiting for you to fulfill that specific problem with the solution that your purpose has. All right. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I thank you so much for supporting this platform, for helping us to be where we are today. Your feedback, your donations of all sorts is appreciated, accepted, and welcome. And so are you. So if you are being blessed by this platform, make sure to share it out with someone else who might need it too. All right. And until next time, I hope you have an amazing day and an awesome rest of your week.
Intelexx here, and welcome to Intelexx Artrepreneur Agency, the Indeed for Artists. If you want to be a part of the intellectual community, check us out. We have so much going on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and everywhere in between. And we even got our own app, okay? So make sure to check us out. Go to Intelexx.com. Go to our link tree. Look us up on social media at Intelexx so that we can best serve you. All right, we thank you so much for being a part of our vision. You know, we appreciate you, and we wouldn't be here without all of our amazing subscribers and supporters. Don't forget to sign up for the talent show every month, and someone always leaves with the prize. And don't forget to take advantage of all of our special offers, our events, our merch, our resources, our referrals, because we are here to serve you, okay? And thank you for the love.